Greetings and salutations, Second Star right back with more Raid Shadow Legends, and here we have on screen Michael Clark Duncan. I mean Ving Rhames. I mean Armina, who, look, let's face it, looks like the love child between Ving Rhames and Michael Clark Duncan, right? I mean, come on, look at that face, look at it in her statuesque physique, right? Very, very Michael Clark Duncan. May he rest in peace. Okay, so she's an epic barbarian, and she's a lot of fun. She has a great skill set. I really enjoy using her in a whole bunch of different battles. She has both a decent attack, decent stun as a skill in a variety of places, and really good turn meter manipulation and control as well. That's a good combination of skills to have. So Arminia's pretty fun. Let's go through her basic skills. Let's see what she does. Discipline Staff. Attacks an enemy, 35% chance of placing a stun for a turn. I have not put any more books in there, but you can get that chance up to 45% if you were so inclined. Her Trampling Rampage, another good skill. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense debuff for 2 turns, and then also steals 7.5% of the turn meter from targets under decreased defense debuffs. So, it knocks down their defense and then takes a percentage of their turn meter and gives it to Armina. So she could potentially fill up her turn meter again, depending on where she hits this skill. And then Ear Splitter Bellow is her A3. Decreases the turn meters of all enemies by 20%. Has a 75% chance of placing a stun for 1 turn on enemies who have their turn meters fully depleted. And I did, I wanted this skill maxed out. I thought this was the kind of the key skill that she had, because it's also not an attack, so it won't trigger any counters. So that can be useful in some areas, right? Thinking Doom Tower, Nether Spider won't trigger any of the counterattacks from the little minions. If you're doing Nether Spider in a traditional way rather than cheesing it like most people do. But let's just say that this not being attack, but also being an AoE, that has some pretty good effects with stuns and turn meter control. That's a really good A3 in a lot of different ways. And then she also has a passive that sneaks in there, which fills the champion's turn meter by 10% each time an enemy receives a stun. And that's just not her giving stuns. That's stuns from anywhere in your team. So you have a team full of stunners. Her turn meter could potentially be full pretty often. So like I said, having a attack champion with a lot of damage potential, being able to attack a lot and stop your opponents from attacking is a really good combination. I like Arminia's skill set a lot, and I have geared her appropriately towards that. She's in a stun set, of course. Again, that doesn't help her A3 because it's not an attack, but it does help on her A1 and her A2. So you could conceivably be getting defense downs, and then there's 2 stun checks because her A2 stuns and she has the stun set. So a lot of stun potential, and then that just feeds into her A3. So it's this constant cycle of turn meter denial, turn meter theft, and building her own turn meter so she can attack again, and the cycle can just continue. A really well set up Arminian. She's not perfect the way I have her set up. A well geared, well skilled, well mastered Armina is a sight to behold. Armina. I keep saying Armenia, but it's Armina because again, Arminia Bielefeld is the football team in Germany, and so I've been confusing them lately. So I have her set up in the skill tree here, where of course she's an attack champion. So even though having fearsome presence would be nice, I was thinking her more of a jack of all trades. So rather than focus on the stun, I was focusing on the attack down aspect of her build. Even though stuns are much more prevalent, another way to build her would be going down to fearsome presence in defense. But again, it's just kind of weird having an attack champion do that. I kind of think of more of support champions that do that. But I mean, you could conceivably you lose out on the tier 6 attacks here in offense, which is really helps an attack champion. But if you were just thinking here of as a crowd control champion, you could definitely a viable option is to trigger down the defense tree. So again, even though I have her built up to sniper, which increases the chance of placing any debuff from skills or artifacts, that's only the defense down. It does not work on the stun, which is really unfortunate, but it's understandable because it just be kind of OP. So again, this is not a build focusing on her stuns, even though I have her in a stun set and whatever. This is more of a broad approach to the champion. If you want to focus more on stunning, definitely look at the defense tree. I'm thinking about it now that I keep talking it up. I might want to try it just to see what the differences are. That'd be fascinating. Because if you're running with a lot of other champions that do defense down, and they have had a lot of new champions that have defense downs, maybe focusing on her defense down also might be superfluous, and you could just focus on the stuns instead. So that's definitely viable. So anyway, she's a good champion. Oh, also one more thing I wanted to point out is because she's so stun heavy, opportunist, which is something that I don't always get, but because she's so stun heavy, opportunist is actually a pretty decent skill for her. Although because she only has a single target attack, you kind of want War Master if you want to go for the tier 6 on offense, and so that means you kind of have to swing all the way to the other side to get it, which is from opportunist, which is kind of a hassle, and you miss out on some good stuff over here. But what are you gonna do? It's kind of cool, I guess, because it makes more variety in how you build champions. So actually, I guess it's kind of okay. So let's just dive into some content and see where she succeeds the best. Let's see. I don't remember how I did this. Okay, so Spider. She's actually really good in Spider. You can't even see her. She's over in the corner. That's not what I want to do. Where's me? There we go. Oh, I can't control my OBS. Window select. So there we go. She's just hanging out over there. Again, she's great in Spider. That AoE defense down and stuns and turn meter steal. There's a lot of turn meters to steal, so she gets a lot of action in Spider. She's a really good addition to a Spider team, I think, as long as you can keep her protected, because again, she's squishy like the Pillsbury Doughboy. She is not built for stamina. But she can dish it out. You wouldn't think, by looking at her, you think, hey, she's pretty tough. She is not. She's pretty squishy. And actually, there was a while where I just assumed she was a defense champion, right? She's an attack champion, but I looked at her and go, oh, she's very tanky. She is not tanky, and there she's dead. But it's okay. She did her part. She got the defense downs. She got some stuns and some minions, and she's able to make it so the rest of the team can push through and knock Spider down. With a decent time. Again, this is a traditional build. I'm cheesing through Spider, so an under a 2-minute run for Spider is fine. And it's just another way to do it. And again, of course, miscreated monsters in here too, and I still haven't figured out a way to beat Spider without that. So without cheesing it. So anyway, she's a good addition. Here she is. This is kind of a fun run. I can move myself back to where I'm used to seeing myself. Okay, so here we are in Ice Golems, and these are level 20s. I can do the 25s, but it takes forever. So just for the sake of expediency, and just to see how things work, I'm just doing 20s. But and I have Foley in here just for fun, because occasionally when he's able to keep a minion down, it can really make your runs go faster. But he's really just, this isn't how I would set up a team ordinarily. This is just kind of for shits and giggles. But Armina is doing her thing here. She's actually really good on this boss fight, and because she's less good on other boss fights because she has so many stuns, and stuns just don't work on bosses. But in Ice Golems, because there's the 2 minions, she does work out really well here. She can do a lot of control with the minions. There's 2 more, turn meters there for her to steal or impact in other ways. It's just. She's great in Ice Golems 20. Spider's Ice Golems 20, I think that's where she shines. I have taken her in Dragon. She's fine there. She's okay in Fire Knight. It would not be my first or second or third or fourth or fifth choice to go into Fire Knight, because it's just, especially on the upper levels, when a single hit A1 is just, it's not going to cut it when you have to get 15 hits off this shield. So I think her utility stops at Fire Knight 20. After that, probably just not worth it, because she just doesn't bring a whole lot. Getting through the waves is great with the stuns and the turn meter stuff, but once you get to the Fire Knight, she drops off significantly. Even though her turn meter is is nice there. It's just not really enough to make up for her lack of a multi-hit A1. So if you found a way to make that work better, let me know. It's just when I've taken her, it just seems other champions are more expedient, right? Like I'd much rather have an Allure in Fire Knight than I would have Armina, right, for that particular skill set of turn meter reduction. Okay, so I'm gonna get through this. I think I actually did fully already do the lucky hit on the minion, because I know that we get through one of these where no, not yet. He's gonna knock out a minion. It's kind of cool, so that's always fun. But you know what? I want to see through the end because I want to see how much damage she does. Like, she's an attack champion, so even though she does bring a lot of utility, she's also there to deal damage. So let's see how she does. I don't remember which minion fully gets down. I guess it's not this time. Oh, this is a long run too. Yeah, usually I don't have any poisoners in here, except the occasional Cold Heart will bring one in there. But usually I always bring poisoners on boss fights because, especially Ice Golem, poisoners are fantastic on Ice Golem because they don't trigger his big AOE attack right there. So I usually bring poisoners along, and it really makes things go faster. But I didn't. I put Foley in there instead, just for fun. When Draco or Tomb Lord or a Taurus, if you can manage this one hit point thing, are much better options in boss fights. So I'm gonna have to stall for time here a little bit, I guess, because it's gonna take a little bit. I only put this on 100. Oh, there we go. Block the revive. Way to go, Foley. Foley blocked the revive on the heal down minion, which is the good one, right? Because I hate that minion so much. The heal down is something that always brings me a lot of pain and suffering on this level. But of course, also making it easy is Duchess. She is such a ridiculous carry in dungeons with so many things she does. The damage reduction from her perfect veil, the immunities, the group revive. It's the shielding on her A1. It's ridiculous. Duchess is just nuts, and she actually makes my teams be a lot more flexible. Like, look, I have like a lot of attack champions in here, all attack champions and Duchess, which is something that you don't usually get to see in a high level dungeon. You usually have to bring a lot of defense champions, some ally protect, whatever. You don't have to do that when you have Duchess in there. So Armina did her job. Look at that. So 1.2 million, 1.9 from Cold Heart, of course. Dark Elaine did her thing. I started this again somehow. So anyway, she did good. She did fine, absolutely fine with her stuns, her turn meter mitigation, and dealing out damage. Oh, I have her in Arena here a little bit. So, again, Arena is kind of tough because we're at that time again where it's either really hard or it's really easy. And it's hard to find a team that is a challenge, I guess, or an appropriate challenge, at least to showcase a champion. Right, so let's start this over because I was blabbing. Okay, so here we are, a Basilisk, a Seeker, Haikatoon, and Tayrel. And we got our defenses down and some stuns landed right away, which is nice. Okay, and what's Candace going to do? I have to, because she's so squishy, I had to have some stuff in here to babysit her. Like, I did this like with my regular team and kind of annihilated right away, just because I didn't have any shields or ally protect or whatever, and to take care of Armina. And if you want to showcase Armina, you got to keep her protected. So, adding in Hope and a shield set in Candace I was able to actually show what Armina can do. So she lands another stun on Tayrel. So we've got these. She's helped keep these champions locked down, both in turn meter and with some stuns. So way to go, Armina, I guess. And what's she gonna do here? She's gonna do some more defense downs. It's gonna take out Basilisk, who's gonna revive. Candace chip in with a little bit of damage. Let's see if we can get rid of that block damage. We cannot. She will take some turn meter. Okay, thank you very much, Tormund. And I was hoping Armina was going to go last. She did not. But anyway, she does her thing. Let's see if we can minimize myself. Get down there, you. Okay, so she topped the damage meter for that, and she, like I said, she also contributed in other ways with some crowd control and some turn meter manipulation. So she is also pretty decent in Arena if you can keep her alive. Here's another one. Let's see. She's able to go. Okay. All right. So she got landed 3 defense downs, which isn't bad. As an opener, so pretty good. She's pretty fast and accurate. My Armina is. Oh, this is all off the grid, isn't it? There we go. And I have her combining here with what's his face? He also does a lot of turn meter control on his attacks also. So if you see a lot of people, you know, if you don't have a Lysandra, you can kind of get a Lysandra-esque response by combining champions that have these. Like, he's going to steal a complete turn meter right here from Gorgorab's cousin, and you're going to do some turn meter reduction here. She does her turn meter reduction. She does her damage. She does her stuns. Really good in combination with a complementary champion like that. So good times had by all. And this is all just a formality now. Now it's just how fast can we get rid of Tormund, which is always a challenge. Okay, well, obviously we're gonna win. Can I just go like this and wait for Tormund to die? Because it's gonna take some time. Because it's Tormund. He's gonna revive too. So like, so it's an exercise in just patience. I should just put it on auto and just let it go through faster. Look at me cycling through. Come on, you can do it. Come on, guys. Let's go. I'm totally not skipping it. I'm gonna watch this whole thing. We're sitting here, you and me, the 2,000 of us. Actually, I don't get that many views anymore. The 200 of us. We're gonna sit here. We're gonna watch Tormund die twice. And look, there he goes. Come on, guys. You can do it. Come on. Okay, now I'm gonna switch. I got tired of that hand. Okay, now I'm gonna go this one. I'm gonna face roll. Come on, guys. Get Tormund down. This is ridiculous. I hate Tormund so much. I like this on my team, but I usually just skip Tormund completely. But I wanted to see, if Armenia helped keep him under control. Okay, and there we go. Yay! Tormund's down. How did Armenia do? See, like the game couldn't even figure out that it was over. It was like, oh, what? Are we done? So she did her 20,000 damage. Most of it, her contributions that were turn meter control. What more to say? She's functional in a lot of different areas. She has a great skill set. Very flexible champion. You can either focus on stuns down the defense tree. You can focus on her defense down the accuracy tree. Whatever it is that you want to do with Armina, you kind of can. Although she's squishy, so she really does need some support. But other than that, really good mix of skills. You know, the decent damage output, the turn meter manipulation, the stuns, the defense down. These are all really good, really powerful debuffs. She does a lot of damage. She is a really, really, like, one of my favorite champions right now. Squishy, so again, needs a lot of support, but when she's on point, she is on point. If you have an Armenian and you haven't built her, I encourage you to do so. I bet you can find a nice niche for her because I think she can contribute in a lot of different places. And again, that A3 is not an attack, so very useful against another spider, not triggering counterattacks. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't like it, but try not to do that because the algorithm hates me if you do. But it's up to you. I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for taking the time, and I will see you in Raid next time. Enjoy. Bye.